Today we will try to explain what is our project, that is a European project, that is an Erasmus Plus project that is called Developing English Competences Through Art-Oriented Activities, and this is the logo that we choose and the motto. First I will introduce what is the project about, then I will try to introduce what is a programming language and why it's so important to use programming languages to be creative in arts and in other fields. What are the tools to be used using software and hardware to create anything you can imagine, and we will give some examples by using a JavaScript library called p5.js. Participating schools are shown in the map. There are 9 schools from 8 countries. And in these schools, our common idea is that we need to involve students in new technologies that are now being invented in order to solve the problems that we don't know are problems now, but it could be problems in the future. So to try to boost our students' creativity, because Earth without your art is just air. So we need creative citizens, and we can use technology, open hardware and open software to to have in the future creative citizens. These are some electronic boards you can use to start programming new devices, new things to be connected to the web, because now we are not in the internet of computers, we are in the internet of things, and everything will be connected to internet. For example, we can try to create wearables, and whatever we imagine we need to first program and then add sensors and actuators to create any interactive art device. It's clear that if you are listening this video, understanding this video, you speak English, but what about programming languages? HTML is a very important programming language and is the language of internet, and it's important for the content. CSS is the style of the web, and JavaScript is the behavior of our web. We are choosing these 3 languages because these languages are compatible not only with any browser, any modern browser, but also with a mobile, having a browser, of course, and a tablet, and it doesn't depend, it's not important which platform you are using, a mobile, a tablet, a TV, a computer, that it works. This is a very important programming language for arts, because you can create anything easily. This is a JavaScript library, and you can find this library here and more information in this website. To edit or to work with this library, you can use many text editors or code editors, and between the most common code editors, I recommend Sublime Text, but you can use Notepad++, or if you want an online solution, you can use CodePen.io. That is a website where you can code online and see the results online. Let's start by giving an example of how to start coding using this programming language that is called P5.js. If you want to create a canvas to start creating a drawing, for example, you can start by using a function that is called setup, where you can give instructions on the general settings in a function block. In this function block, you indicate some parameters inside other function that is inside this block of the settings. For the function is very easy to understand, is create canvas, and the parameters are the width and the height in pixels. For example, you want to fill any shape with a color, you can use fill and 1, 2, or 3 parameters, or even 4 parameters. If you use 1 parameters, you can use from 0 to 255, any of these parameters, and if you use only one number, this grayscale number, for example, you have 255 different gray tones. You can change the alpha value, that is the transparency, how transparent is the color compared to other object that is beyond or that is in front of or in the back of this other object. You can use the classical red, green, and blue colors. That if you have 255 different red colors, 255 different green colors, and 255 different blue colors, you can obtain 60 millions of different colors. And of course, you can add the alpha transparency if you want in your when you fill a color within a shape. In an ellipse, you have the position X, the position Y, the width and the height to define how is the shape of the ellipse. Here you have a code that is a little bit more complex, but using very simple instructions that are a stroke or not a stroke. It depends if you want to see or you don't want to see the outline of any shape, a rectangle or a triangle or an ellipse. And by changing all these parameters, you can obtain at the end this shape that you can find in our website. You can use also to create by using these 3 codes, the codes of HTML code, you can connect to your sketch in JS and to your style in CSS, and you can connect to our open weather map website, and in this open weather map website you can obtain real-time data of humidity and temperature, and depending on the weather or the temperature you can make different shapes. For example, that could be a smiling face or a not in a smiling face. Here you can see the temperature, this was recorded at night, is a low temperature. Now we will see the temperature will be higher. And here you have these examples to understand how to can use creativity to start creating things that could be interactive. Here you have another example of how to use, first we will see the video.
There are 3 people on the screen. There are 3 people on the screen. There are 3 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen. There are 4 people on the screen. There are 3 people on the screen. 1 person on the screen at position X68 and at position Y56. There are 3 people on the screen. There are 3 people on the screen. There are 3 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen. There are 2 people on the screen.
You can see in this example how we can make this software to recognize people and count people, the number of people that we have on the screen. And not only that, we can make photographs depending on the number of people we are observing. And we can do a lot of things. You can play music, for example, in another example, with the position, because we have the X coordinates and the Y coordinates that you can see at the bottom in the black area. We can have, with this X and Y position, we can play music, for example, and play musical notes and create an instrument with your face The possibilities are endless. Here you have another example of a game that is also in our website, and you can observe how easy it is to create a game, and you can see the code, the corresponding code. This is in processing, that is a similar language to P5.js. Processing is based on Java, and P5.js is based on JavaScript. It's better always to use JavaScript. And now you will see on your website, you can see now the temperature in Ploiesti. This is real-time data of today. This 29th of February. At midday, we're around 3 in the afternoon. And here you have also the wind in Ploiesti. And if you want to know more about P5.js, you can find here some sample codes and some libraries and how to learn on the official website p5js.org.